What is up, everybody? Sonic Ride 9 here. Welcome back to Countdown to Crash. When we last left off, we had a very glitchy session with Crash Nitro Kart. And today we're actually going to be playing a good game for once. This is Crash Bandicoot Twinsanity, or Crash Twinsanity, it's mainly known. And like many people, I really like this game because not only did it try something new, it was also just generally a fun game. Like, it was more open-ended, comedy took a bigger focus to the game, and I just really like this game. I really think it's a really good Crash Bandicoot game. Even though it's glitchy, even though it's very glitchy, it's still a lot of fun, and I like it. My only concern right now is if the PS2 is going to crap out on me again, because I don't know whether Crash Nitro Kart's failing was because of either the disc or the console. But as long as this works, I'll be happy. Anyway, as you can tell, it says 3 years ago. That is referencing the fact that at the end of Crash Bandicoot Wrath of Cortex, Cortex and Uka Uka are stranded on an iceberg. And it's only just recently now that they are travelling all the way to a Insanity Island, I believe it's called, or Insanity Beach. So, you know, right. I have 100% safe file because I'm that nuts.
I'm gonna get ya. Come here.
Sleep, my insipid angel.
Crash! Crash! Where are you, big brother? There's something weird going on in the bay. Come see!
Well, that was creepy. Anyway, here we are. We're in Crash Twinsanity. We're finally platforming again. And as you can probably tell, this environment is definitely a lot more open compared to previous Crash titles. This one actually tried to do something different with the formula, whilst trying to still create a familiar sort of Crash Bandicoot gameplay style, but create a more open world sort of environment. It's not completely open world, I will say this, but it is more open than previous Crash titles. And I think this is one of the main reasons why a lot of people love Crash Twinsanity so much, is because just how much of an open environment this place is. Anyway, I'm just really just going all over this place here because I want to show off some of the hidden areas as you explore. Ow. As you can see, I've got Aku Aku who's protecting me. He's, like in the previous Crash titles, he protects me from taking damage. If I take damage, I lose Aku Aku. If I take damage again, then I die. And, yeah, traditional Crash Bandicoot fare, pretty much. So yeah, this game was made by, I don't think it was Radical, I think it was Traveller's Tales, you know, before they was TT Games and such. And you know, I don't know if this was the same team who made Wrath of Cortex, but if it is, I mean, talk about a major upgrade from, you know, Wrath of Cortex to this. You know, they actually tried to create something interesting and unique, and it wasn't just a copy and paste of Crash 3. Anyway, cutscene.
It is I, Aku Aku. My duty is to protect you. You may summon me by breaking open these crates. Call me thrice, and I shall grant you special powers.
Explained how Aku Aku works. Now, I do also have this game on my Xbox, but the thing is, if I try and play it on my Xbox 360, it's not a great time. I'm just going to say this right now. There are sections in the game where the game runs horribly on the Xbox 360. to the point where it's almost unplayable. I mean, like, seriously. That's why I got the PS2 version in the first place, because I wanted to play it in a smooth-ish frame rate.
Stay close and do what I do.
So this first section here is pretty much entirely a tutorial section where we're following Coco through this forest. And this is kind of paying homage to the original games, the fact that we're back in pretty much, we've gone from an open world area to a sort of a linear path, like in the original classics. Hey look, we have invincibility! Great. I'm gonna say this right now, they really nerfed invincibility in this game. I mean, for starters, if you get hit by nitro crates, you still die.
It's easy.
Even if you have invincibility. Why does that happen? I don't understand. But that's just me, that's just a minor complaint. Obviously it wasn't programmed completely, but yeah, let's keep moving on. And so far the game hasn't crashed yet. No pun intended. But by the way, I should probably explain what the gems do. So, you guys probably saw earlier I picked up a gem in the open world. Well, gems this time around aren't collectibles that you earn from breaking all the boxes. Being that this game is an open world environment that just so happens to have some sort of levels within them, you find the gems within secret areas in the environment. And what the gems do is they give you a bunch of extras. So in this case, the clear gem that I picked up earlier gave me one of the cutscenes, or yeah, behind the scenes sort of stuff like this. I'll probably show off more of these extras when I go to my 100% save file, which I'll show off at a later time. And each different coloured gem gives you a different type of extra.
Are you? It's true. Blondes do have more fun.
Huh, who knew? Who knew blondes actually have more fun? Slap. But yeah, I guess I should say that we're about halfway through the marathon now. Or, you know, like 3/4 into the marathon now, and then, I mean, so far the marathon's been going pretty well so far. I mean, we've only had like one misstep where the game was messy. Okay, two missteps. It was Crash Bash and it was Crash Nitro Kart, but besides those two titles, this series has been going well for not only views but also for gameplay and whatnot. Ooh.
I'm okay. The spikes broke my fall.
Ouch. Okay. But yeah, in terms of Crash gameplay, in terms of the gameplay for Crash and like controls, he's smooth. You know, he's tight. He controls pretty well. He has all his moves. He has the spin. He has the slide. He can duck and crawl on his belly. He has all his traditional moves. You know. By the way, don't be surprised if I get loads of lives in this.
I've been doing this for 10 stinking years. Back and forward, and I'm sick of it. Well, I'm not gonna do it no more.
Oh, really? What are you gonna say about that then? Ooh, ow, wow. Oh, look, it's Coco. Let's go talk to her. Dun dun dun!
Crash. Like the fleas in your fur, I keep coming back. 3 years I spent alone in the frozen Antarctic wastes. And I missed you. And so I've organized a little gathering, like a birthday party, except the exact opposite. And look, all of your friends are here. You are so very popular. Let's start handing out the presents.
Oh god, it's the polar bear. So you're probably wondering, why does Cortex's voice sound so familiar? Why does he sound like the one that's going to be in the new game? Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is now... Cortex is now being voiced by Lex Lang, who pretty much became the modern voice actor for Cortex after the Wrath of Cortex.
This is from Dingo Dial.
And he definitely is a lot of fun to listen to, especially when he's like pulling up jokes and doing a lot of streaming and whatnot. Especially in this game, he's hilarious. Cortex in this game is just hilarious in some scenes. But yeah, you're probably wondering, gee, what the heck? Why are we facing Cortex now? Shouldn't he be the final boss? I mean, well, there is a reason why we're facing up against Cortex. I mean, besides the fact that we've been stuck in an iceberg for a while now. But yeah. Not get shot. There we go. And one more spin will do it. Bam! So you're probably thinking, oh, the fight's over, right?
Meet your brand new
Nope. Apparently he had time to build this. Twin brother? That doesn't even look anything like me.
You are magnificent.
Well, it's actually Engine who's piloting this.
Initiate missile attack.
And to be honest, this fight's not that much difficult. That much harder either. It's rather an easy. It's quite an easy fight. You just wait till he does his attacks and then spin his plasma shot back at him. Then once he loses his arms, he pretty much only relies on doing the only 2 attacks that he has. Or, you know, the only attacks that he can do. That was close. How did I survive that? And now all we need to do now is just stand still and let him do that. Kia. And he's done. Not even 15 minutes in, we've already beaten the first boss. And down we go. Alright, now it's time for a major gameplay shift. Yep, now we're roller brawling down this cabin. And don't worry, you're probably thinking, oh, why are you missing all the boxes? You'll miss a gem. Nope. Boxes in this game don't really count towards anything except giving you 1 fruit, so I can miss as many as I want and it won't go against like a 100% or anything. It's just for life farming. But yeah, in my opinion, this is probably one of the most imaginative Crash games out there. One of the most unique Crash platformer games out there. I mean, next to, you know, the next, the one that's going to be after Tag Team Racing, which is obviously going to be the next one in this series, but, you know, the one that's after Tag Team Racing is, like, probably the second most unique Crash platformer out there. But that's for later. Right now, we're roller brawling through mysterious caverns. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, by the way, while we're roller brawling, we're not invincible. So if we get hit by a nitro crate, we'll die. Both of us will die. Another little funny thing I like that. Another funny thing that happens is if you stand still, they'll do different animations depending on, you know, who's on top, shall we say. I just think it's hilarious. I just think it's really funny. But yeah, we need to be careful, otherwise we're going to roll right off the side and, you know, die. So let's not do that. Let's not get burnt by poison as well. Now, in terms of this game, I'm actually very happy to actually do a playthrough of this game if people really want me to do a playthrough on Crash Twinsanity. Because Crash Twinsanity, as much as it's kind of a glitchy mess of a game, is still a lot of fun to play every now and then, because just for how different it is in terms of the platforming series, at least. But that's only if people really want me to actually do it, you know. Anyway, let's go and see what I mean about glitches. Hey, it's a crystal.
Well, a power crystal.
Suddenly drill. Yeah, they never really explained these mysterious monkeys with lightsabers, or whatever these creatures are, which is odd. Like, these guys just come out of nowhere and you're like, oh, who the heck are these characters? Never really explained, really, except I think they're from a different dimension. I think that's what I understand from the story, and I keep missing this flipping button. There we go. And down goes the drill.
Yes, the crystal is mine.
Pretty. Me want.
Ah! Keep back, you weak-minded fool. Avert your gaze or you'll go crystal crazy.
And now we're going to go into another gameplay shift. If you spin into Cortex, you go into Crash and Cortex mode, where you are controlling two characters at once. But this allows your spins to be even more powerful and have a more wider range. You can also use Cortex as a hammer, like this, and you can throw Cortex. Once thrown, Cortex will then go into an attack stance, so if an enemy is nearby, Cortex will actually shoot the enemy with his ray gun. Surprisingly enough, he doesn't shoot at you, which is crazy, because at this point, remember, Crash and Cortex aren't friends yet, technically.
Throw me over there. Trust me, we're pals, right?
I mean, it's kind of crazy to see that, oh, out of nowhere, they all start becoming friends, you know, after fighting each other, like, randomly. Oh yeah, and for some reason Cortex has a teleportation move. Don't ask me why he has this. But yeah. There we go, got the blue gem. And see what, look, now he's actually shooting at those rats, because I threw him on that area. And if you're wondering, oh, I can't get Cortex back, don't worry, he teleports out of the area if he's in an area where you can't get to him. Oh yeah, by the way, if Cortex actually does die, you don't lose a life, but you do restart. So yeah, don't think that just because Cortex is dead means that you're going to have a good time. No, 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 no. Cortex has to live as well, surprisingly enough. Alright. Careful, I just died. So, with those chatty teeth right there, that was odd. But anyway, we're fighting each other again for some odd reason. It just sort of happens, and we died again. God damn it! Let's go slower this time. It's like the ball levels in Wrath of Cortex. You gotta move slowly, otherwise I'm gonna die. And it doesn't help that this is really dark to look at on my TV, that I can barely see where I'm going. Okay, there we go. Alright, let's keep moving. It also probably looks dark on you guys' end as well, so I do apologise. Why didn't that activate? Oh my goodness. Alright, come on Cortex. There we go. There we go. I'm almost acting like Cortex is a dog or something. Jeez. Anyway, we need to run here. because of that. What we need to do is also we need to hit these crystals along the way. So that'll create rocks to slow the thing down, and we missed! Go, 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 go! Woo, first try. You can also hear Cortex like calling Crash names while he's trying to, you know, get the crystal and everything. It doesn't make any sense why, if we stand still, Cortex just is like when we're like this, and Cortex is like doing nothing. It's like, you said you want the crystal, well, why aren't you running off with it when we're standing still? Whoa, what the heck? Okay, that was a weird glitch. See what I mean by glitches? It's not perfect, I shall say. It's not a perfectly crafted game. But it sure is a special kind of game. Some of these segments I do get a little bit worried about because of the fact that Crash doesn't show a drop shadow on these metal crates. Which makes absolutely no sense whatsoever, but whatever. Anyway, cutscene.
Ooh, that feels good. I was bursting in there. How are you fools? Before the awesome might of the evil twins.
Aren't you two adorable? Let me see. I might have some chalky treats here for you.
Chalky treats? Ooh, ooh. We've some good news and some bad. The bad news? We're going to destroy your precious islands. The good? You won't be around to see it.
How tiresome.
Oh, you want to play mind games? Okay, tough guy. Let's play mind games. This is the part where you run away screaming. Go on, run! Catch you later, Brainiac!
Yeah, this game is weird. This game is really weird. But yeah, we also, as you guys saw right there, that was pretty much the introduction to the two main villains of this game, known as the Evil Twins. Who, you don't really know who they are until later on, which I shan't spoil, just in case there are people who haven't, you know, played this. But, you know, all I'll say is it has something to do with Cortex's backstory. And quite an interesting backstory it is, too. Anyway, I don't think I'm going to do much more platforming. But what I am going to do is I'm going to switch over to my 100% save file. And show off some of the extras, because I think you guys get the gist of what this game is like. In terms of what it plays like. It's Crash Bandicoot as you know it, except it goes for a bit of a different direction. You know, different gameplay styles. Like, you get to actually play as Cortex for the first time in a platformer. That's pretty nice. You know.
Come on,
And
follow
it's
me,
also
Crash.
saving back here.
Stay close and do what I do.
Yeah, whatever. But, so yeah, this is my 100% save file, as you can see, 100%. I've collected every single bloody gem. That's how nuts I was about this. And I'm going to show off the different gems and what they give you. So for blue gem, the blue gem gives you boss art. Both 3D models and 2D artwork. For each of the different bosses in the game. And all these bosses are actual bosses in the game. None of these were cut, I don't think. So look, there's Dr. Entropy, and that's actually Brio. Dingo Dial. That is Madame Amberley, who is the teacher. And there's the final boss. And then clear gems are the movies, like I've already shown. That is disgusting, Crash. Why would you do that? So got a bit of an animation of the boss walking. I think this is the last one. Yeah, and this one's just... I guess this probably would have happened if you were just standing still. Cortex would try to kick you. Really, game? Really? Well, this is, looks like I'm going to have to end this episode early, guys, because the game decided to freeze on me again. And just when I thought we was going to have a nice time playing Crash. Or maybe I'll just jump cut back to this spot and I'll just quickly show off the other extras. So, you know, I'll see you guys in a second. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, back to showing off more extras. So the clear gem extras are pretty self-explanatory. They just show off movies and unseen stuff, unseen movies. Green gem shows off the different enemies in the game, or at least, you know, some of the enemies that you probably didn't see in the level. So you've got the skunk, the slugs. See, look, there's Papu Papu, who appears later. A farmer, piranhas. A shark, ugly school people, etc., etc. Purple gem is just basic concept art, pretty much ideas of things that could have / couldn't, that might have not appeared in the final product. So just random concept art, really. Oh god. Jeez, Crash, what the heck? It's a weird design. That's good. I think that would almost look like Crash 1 art there for a second. Red gem actually is the artwork for the different, or the animatics for the movies, the cutscenes. All these lovely cutscenes. Yeah, for pretty much all levels in the game. And then lastly, one of my favourite extras is the yellow gem, which actually shows off some of the concepts for unused enemies / unused characters. Pretty much all the unused assets for characters that never made it into the final product. Which I think is really cool. Like look at this level. This looks like maybe Cortex's castle, or maybe it's a different castle, I don't know. It looks like there was going to be like some sort of future-based level in this, and like in one of the dimensions. God, Crash with a sword, what the heck? Looks like they would have been a medieval style level or something. And a queen, huh? Now, I'm questioning whether or not somebody's actually been able to hack these characters back into the actual game itself, whether or not it's possible. Probably isn't, being that they were scrapped at probably last minute. But I mean, some of these designs look really, really cool. I mean, could you imagine that in Crash Twinsanity? I mean, Jesus Christ. And I shall leave you guys with the 100% ending. So, I guess that's all I've really got to say about this game, guys. It's a really good game. If you haven't tried it, you guys should go check it out, especially if you guys have only played the original trilogy and you want to play a different Crash game. This game is definitely really good. It's really good. It's disappointing that it was as glitchy as it was and some elements of the game got cut completely, but as a whole, it's a fairly good Crash game for what it is. As many people state, it's the best Crash game not made by Naughty Dog. I think that's the perfect analogy of it. It's a really good Crash game not made by Naughty Dog. And yeah, that's really all I got to say, really. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Crash Countdown to Crash. If you did, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, stay tuned for more, and join me next time for Crash Tag Team Racing, where Crash does a mix of platforming and racing all mixed up into one. Does it work? We'll find out next time. So I'll leave you guys with the 100% video. Thank you and goodbye.